warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank you very much, especially to our God who has given us some mercy and blessings, so that we are in good condition and happy situation. Secondly, my salawat and salam be with our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the lightness in this world as well as in the next world. The Honorable Sir Dr. Udi Samanhudi MPD as our lecturer in academic speaking course, the Honorable ladies and gentlemen, and all of my friends whom I love. Let me introduce our group. We are from 7 group. I am Jumrotul Marhamah as the first speaker, and Fahri Ahmad Husaini as the second speaker, and Eka Wahyu Setiawan as the third speaker, and the last speaker is Juwita Melinda Bauty. In this video, we want to deliver our speech with the title, Why We Have to Protect Our Environment. Ladies and gentlemen, the environment is no one's property to destroy. It is everyone's responsibility to protect. The environment means anything that surrounds us. The environment consists of 2 components, which are biotic and abiotic. Biotic components are all things that have life, such as humans, plants, and animals, while the abiotic components are inanimate things such as water, air, soil, and so on. Our environment consists of all living beings as well as our surroundings. A healthy environment is one that is sustainable for a long period of time. It is the source of life for everyone. It directs the life of everyone and determines the proper growth and development. The good or bad quality of our lives depends on the environment around us. There must be a balanced natural cycle that exists between the environment and the life of human beings, plants, and animals. Ladies and gentlemen, with the new year's upon us, global citizens are beginning to think about their goals and what they want to accomplish. Many people focus on their finances, while others may think about their health and relationship. Yet there is still one relationship that many people have forgotten. Yep, our relationship with Earth. Human society is playing a vital role in generating the natural environment, which is affecting badly the lives of the people in this world. All human action in this modern world directly impact our ecosystem. Many actions by us have brought big changes to this world, resulting in many environmental problems. Increasing demand for technologies and industries is also another important factor. Ladies and gentlemen, the environment is a very important part of human life. In this era of globalization, it is not only technological progress that should be considered. Supporting factors such as the environment should also be considered. Indonesia is one of the countries that has the most complete environmental components, starting from the abundant wealth of flora and fauna, sufficient water supply, to the existence of stunning landscapes such as forests, seas, rivers, and others. However, these conditions means that the risk of environmental problem due to human action is also quite large in Indonesia. So, what are the problem of environmental? Well, furthermore, the environmental problem will be explained by the Fahri Ahmad Husaini. I think it's enough here my speech. If I do some mistakes, forgive me please. Thank you very much for your attention.
My name is Fahri Ahmad Husaini. I will explain about the environmental damage. The sea is a natural resource that is needed by human life. But what if the ocean was damaged and destroyed by humans, and what would happen to our lives? It turns out that marine damage can have a negative impact on human life. One of them is coral reefs experience extinction. Coral reefs are found in the sea and are very important for life in the sea. The benefits for humans are that coral reefs are a storehouse for food and medicine supplies, a source of foreign exchange for tourism for the country because of their beauty so that they can be used as tourism commodities. It has benefits for thousands of animals and plants such as a variety of fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals being a place to live for them. Also as a shelter for various types of animals that live in this ecosystem. Cause of damage to coral reefs is from human activities such as the following. Fishing activities and coral reefs biota are carried out continuously in excessive quantities. Then coral reef resources become quickly depleted and there is a biological imbalance. The use of poisons and explosives in capturing coral reefs and marine life in the vicinity. This method of capture is destructive. In fact, this causes coral reefs to be destroyed and die. The extraction of corals for lime-based materials, building materials, and trade for decoration, especially those that are carried out excessively. Can you imagine that if coral reefs are damaged, life in the sea will be disturbed? Therefore, do not let coral reefs be damaged or extinct. We need to preserve it. The second cause of environmental damage is garbage. Garbage is one of the most difficult problems to solve. Now, plastic waste is found everywhere. Humans often throw garbage in wrong place carelessly. Garbage is dumped into ditches, the road, and eventually causes environmental pollution. Plastic waste is not easy to decompose and causes environmental damage. Plastic waste is carried by the flow so that it goes to sea. This can have a negative impact on our environment. Another natural damage is deforestation. Forests are very useful for human life to prevent floods and landslides as well as a source of oxygen. However, currently many trees in forests are being cut down, causing the forest to become denuded. If trees are cut down when it rains, the strength of the tree roots to resist landslide is reduced and can cause natural disasters such as floods and landslides. Okay, that's all from me. The next speaker is Eka Wahyu Setiawan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Eka Wahyu Setiawan. I will give a solutions to Fahri's problems. The first problem is marine damage. The second problem is plastic waste, and the last is illegal logging. Okay, the first problem is about marine damage. As explained by Fahri, the damage that occurs in the sea is the destruction of coral reefs. As we know, coral reefs are home to marine biota such as fish, marine animals, and plants. If the habitat they live in has been damaged, the impact will not only be felt by the inhabitants of the sea, we as humans will also feel the impact. To overcome or reduce the damage to marine ecosystem is to clean up the coastal or ocean areas. By cleaning the coastal areas, we can reduce the risk of garbage entering the waters, which can cause contamination of the waters. In addition, we conduct socialization with fishermen on how to protect water areas and how to catch fish without destroying their habitat. Okay, let's go to the second problem about plastic waste. We know that we can find plastic waste everywhere and anywhere. Plastic waste is very dangerous for the environment because it is very difficult to decompose. Apart from being on land, plastic waste is also very dangerous for the ocean area. Plastic waste is very dangerous for water areas because it is dangerous if eaten by living creatures in the sea, and garbage floating in the waters also blocks sunlight from entering the sea. These two things are certainly very dangerous, in addition to living beings in the waters. They are also dangerous for us as humans. This can reduce the nutrition of animals that eat plastic waste. The way that we can do to reduce the volume of waste is to apply the 3 R's, namely reduce, reuse, and recycle. In reduce, we must be able to reduce the use of plastic waste by using goods made from materials that can be decomposed by nature, such as paper bags and others. Reuse itself means that we have to reuse items that we can still use, such as drinking water bottles and others. The next step is recycling. We can recycle materials from plastic-based materials into objects that are useful for us. We can turn unused objects into interesting objects, but both for use and for sale. Okay, the last problem is illegal logging. Forests are home to a wide variety of animal and plant species. Forests, also known as the lungs of the world, because forests are able to provide oxygen for all humans on this earth. In addition, forests also have several other important roles. One of them is the ability to accommodate and prevent landslides. But now, it is tried to cancel the massive layers. As for what can be done to overcome layers are follows. The first is conduct community outreach. It is very important to do outreach to the community. Counseling that discusses the dangers of thwarting layers should be carried out more vigorously. If awareness in society has grown, then making these layers can be avoided. The second is reforestation or replanting. After conducting education about the dangers of activating layers, the community must be given an understanding of how to deforest. Communities or institutions that have print layers must be held accountable for the damage to the forest that has been done. To take actions such as reforestation or replanting in community forest areas, not littering, utilizing natural wood resources, and others. The last one is to give sanctions to the perpetrators. It is necessary to take firm action against the shooters to provide a deterrent effect. The sanctions given can be in the form of warnings, threats, and imprisonment. That way, it will be easier to eradicate layers records. Okay, that's all from me. The next speaker is Juwita.
According to some of the statements made by my friend earlier, the factor responsible for environmental damage in the aquatic environment, such as coral reef, and damage the land environment, such as unorganized waste and denuded forests, is humans, particularly the people who live in the area. Without our realizing it, our mental and human habits of doing things repeatedly pollute the environmental, and we frequently find that only few people care about the importance of changing a habit to keep the environment alive and unchanged. Both the substance contained in it and the environment itself. Every organization and institution that contribute to environmental damage, not just individuals, must do their part to keep the environment clean. I'd like to remind you that there are many things we can do as individuals or groups to help preserve the environment, including reducing coral reef exploitation and maximizing coral reef ecosystem restoration. We also keep the marine environment clean by organizing weekly cleaning events that are carried out by a variety of groups. The unorganized waste must then be processed again by carrying out waste disposal activities that are divided every day according to the schedule for the type of waste. And community representative can pick up the trash that can be recycled. To combat deforestation, we can plant 1,000 trees on each village and city outskirts to ensure that the tree population does not decline. The community must be involved in the planning and implementation of environmental policies and programs. Furthermore, it must provide significant benefits in terms of improving the community well-being. As a result, before making a decision, it would be preferable if it had to be approved by a majority of the people, and every activity would not interfere with the activity of other people or burden any community. I believe it is clear from the description that my friends and I provided that preserving life is critical for both the present and the future. We from Group 7 strongly advise that you immediately implement some of the steps that we have previously described so that there are no delay due to increasing environmental damage, as it could be very detrimental if it's not done now for a better future. I hope what we have said has been helpful to you, and please accept our apologies for any errors in the delivery of the material. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.